Hello Taurus, and welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about the 11th through the 17th of August. I have the 3 cards in front of me from the overview video. I also have this guiding card for you. It is called Air Spirit, which speaks to the knowledge that we carry in the air as well as around us. Sorry about that. But the reality that it sounds a little goofy when I say that, but the reality that with our auras, right, the air around us carries energy, right? And it carries the energy of who we are, what we know, and how that are the good stuff. And you can tell when you're around people who have an aura of knowledge, an aura of understanding, an aura of peace. All those things are readily available in the air around us. And I don't mean necessarily within our aura, but you know what I mean. There are some folks that when they walk in a room, the entire building will know that they're there. And we want to pay attention to that stuff, okay? This month, especially, you have a lot of that going on where you're going to be able to understand and decipher what's going on. And it's going to be kind of cool. So I appreciate that very much for you, and I want to see how that plays out for you. We're going to look at the cards here in front of us and see what's coming. All right. So we have these 3 cards. We're going to talk, of course, about the messages while I lay out these cards that are pre-programmed for you. The messages you have are to pay attention to the details, of course. And the group message for all 12 signs is to come together. Everyone needs to come together and get on board with whatever's going on, okay? It may not be your way entirely, but that's okay. It could be very good anyway. So do the group mentality around it could be very good. So if you can come together as a group, the parts of the whole is going to be greater than the parts. You know what I'm saying? So enjoy that little thought, and we will move on to this particular week in August, the 11th through the 17th. We're going to go in depth right now. The sun is here telling you that you are starting something new. Something new is coming across for you. You're going to have opportunities not to have all the answers. It's going to be great, but it's going to be beautiful also because it's finally time to get started. Yay! Very exciting time because you've been waiting for an opportunity to move forward, and it's come unstuck. You're totally unstuck now, and you're moving forward, and that's good news. We like that. We have the Page of Cups showing there is new information coming to you about something that you need to know about, that you care about. We were talking about that last week, and it's still here. We're getting new information right now about the new stuff, so be open to receive new information. Keep doing that. It's great because things are falling together now. Remember how we were stopped last week from doing what we wanted to do because we had to do somebody else's stuff first? Well, now your stuff is falling together, and yet you already have a better idea how you want to do it. Perfect. The 5 of Cups is here showing us that, past experiences of past relationships are still in play or are in play again, and now you have new knowledge from the past that you can use to move forward in a different way, and remembering not to do the same old things over again, right? A partnership of some sort will block the situation. So there's going to be something about this new situation coming up where you may have to work with people you weren't hoping to or planning to, and you're in the situation where you just got to go with it, okay? So try to unblock yourself from this situation working with this person that you may or may not have wanted to. It used to be it was supposed to be it's a partnership that doesn't work very well, but here you are, and you got to do it anyway, okay? So be ready. Interesting, we have the 3 of Wands and the 5 of Cups, so we're remembering past lessons from other adventures, as well as past relationships that are up and how they affect what's going on in front of us, all right? So all of this stuff is sort of blocking you, but it doesn't change where you got to go. Right? The 8 of Swords. One more time. Needing to look at things from a different perspective. We talked about different perspectives. in order to move forward because you're feeling stuck in your power. So regroup, look at it differently, and it'll all fall together, okay? So that'll be a good thing, okay? Fighting for what you want, fighting for your ideas is going to be part of the deal. So go ahead and stand up for your particular idea, especially if it's one that saves a little money. It'll be beneficial to all. I know that there's no pentacles showing here, but that's what I got, was that if it'll save a little money, everyone will get on board with what you want to do. Very cool. And yeah, once you've got it all figured out, all the people in place and all the other stuff in place, it's time. You can jump right in. It's the Fool. It's time to get going. It's time to make that move. You are ready to go. It is going to be so great when you do. So excellent. I love that for you. I think you'll really enjoy the opportunity, at least as much as anyone can, working with people that you may or may not care for. But do your do, and you'll be okay. All right? Now, let's go ahead and get you one of these awesome new Animal Dreaming Oracle cards, right? Also pre-programmed, ready to go for you. Ugh, they don't like to smear when they're sitting on top of another card. So anyway, we'll do this. That's the one right there. Okay. Messmaker. Yep, that's me. So here we go. We got the bat for rebirth. Awesome. Very nice. So of course the bat has this wonderful capacity to be the little guy who every time he comes out at night. He comes out and it's like he falls into the day, right? Because he has to be in a tall building or a tall space that he can fall out of. He never really takes off like a bird. He doesn't take off and fly like flapping his wings that way. He has to come from a place of a fall, and then he takes flight, right? So that's interesting. Remember that feeling of falling is going to be part of the process here. No wonder this week has some little things, and the tower no less. So even as you fall from the tower, you take flight. So remember, that's the key with the bat for sure. And it's a rebirth. This is about you coming back to life, coming back at it. This is the sun and the tower mixed together, creating the rebirth of a bat, right? Every time they come out of their hole, it's a rebirth. Like I said, they go into a tiny hole, they come out the tiny hole, is a rebirth. Yeah, it's very much about the feminine and the all that stuff, the womb and all. But just be aware and understand that things are happening and things are coming together. So even as you're the new person, the reborn, be willing to learn and open up to thoughts and ideas and try new approaches, especially with these things being your blocks, so that when you try this out as your solution, you will find a way to get what you want and move forward, as will be perfect. And of course, the falling, one more time, we have the falling on the tower, and we have the falling of the Fool, because he walks without looking. So that's very cool. I like that. You need a pocket full of rocks, all right? Know that I am posting these on Instagram now, so you can go ahead and get new information on a weekly basis about this. So very cool. I like that very much. Yes, this is going to be perfect. So we have obsidian. It's pulling the negativity out of whatever situation you get yourself into, which is going to be a lot of interesting stuff here. I want to pull the negativity out. Clarity of communication when you're talking about what you want. Very nice. And blue calcite. Absolutely clear as a bell. Communication. Try and soften the blow if you can, because sometimes we get so clear that we might come across as a bit harsh. All right? So don't be harsh. Try and be clear, but not harsh. Okay? So, of course, you don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to. but they're here for you if you want, and I'm here for you as well. So reach out to me, communicate with me if you want more help than what I've got going on in this general reading that's intended for all Taurus, not just one Taurus. And I'm happy to help you individually if I can. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, you should definitely do that. It's totally free, and it would really help get the channel going and moving in the right direction. Feel free to share if you feel like you have some friends who might do well to have their cards read for them for their sign, because I do it for all 12 signs, not just you. And by all means, you can look up those pages and they'll be quite happy, I'm sure, with what they get. All right? Thank you so much for being here, and we will talk next week about the 18th through the 24th. Thank you, Taurus.